Hey folks, hope you can see me, hope you can hear me. Happy Friday to everybody. What happens during centering prayer? Thought would be something neat to talk about. The bottom line is with centering prayer, we open to the presence and actions of God within. With the use of our sacred word or image or breath, we let go. And essentially, what are we letting go of? We're letting go of any barriers to God that are standing in the way of God. Now, remember, centering prayer is a different way to prayer. It's silent prayer. We're not verbally talking. We're sitting with God. We're letting go of thoughts, emotions, sensations, and opening to God, who is beyond our thoughts, beyond our emotions, at a much, much deeper level than you might be accustomed to. And you can think of it as sitting with a lover or a friend where no words need to be said. You just like being with that person. So it's another way of being, it's another way of communicating, it's another way of going deeper with God. So, what happens during centering prayer? We sit with God, we connect with God at a very deep level beyond our thoughts and emotions. Thomas Keaton referred to it as divine therapy. God is healing us. God is removing our barriers to God. What does that mean? It means, and Thomas Keating referred to as an unloading process. A lot of our repressed thoughts come up and are released during centering prayer. And the neat thing about this is when that happens is the spaces that our repressed thoughts occupied are now filled with divine love. So as we return to our silent sits, and a lot of these repressed thoughts that we didn't know we had come up during centering prayer, and we let them go, that space is filled with divine love. And that's a pretty amazing thing. What happens during centering prayer? We let grace flow. We let grace fill us, and we let grace come out of us and go out into the world with a lot of our actions. During centering prayer, God is praying in us the actions we are to take that very day. At other times, I think God is simply praying in us what God knows we need for that day, which might be peace or calmness or wisdom or a nudge to get out of your comfort zone and try something new. What happens during centering prayer? We connect to our true self, the image of God within. We let go of all of our thoughts, and a lot of the thoughts we tell ourselves are just not true, such as, I can't do that, or who am I to think I should try that task? Who am I to think I should interview for that new position? Who am I to do whatever that task is? We're connecting to our true self, the person God wants us to be. We're letting go of all of these thoughts because these thoughts aren't true and they're not serving us. So the bottom line is a lot's happening during centering prayer. We're letting go of what we are not. You could call it your false self. And we're connecting to our true self, the person God wants us to be. So I encourage you, show up, trust the process, don't judge your sits. God doesn't need much time to act in you. So don't judge your sits. And simply trust God and trust the process. So I hope everybody has a great, great weekend. Much love to all of you. And if you have any questions or need any help with centering prayer in your practice, feel free to reach out to me. Take care, everybody.